Hey there, Internet, and welcome to this week's episode of Speak Out, Stand Strong. Did y'all have a good Monday? Of course you did. But I'm going to take that and raise you one hot chocolate. It's the best thing in the world right here. It's all hot for when you're sick and chocolatey, so it's the best thing. I would take a sip of it, except it's still really hot. Like, I just burnt myself 10 seconds ago, so I'm not doing that again. But, I wish you were all here to share with me, except not really, because then I'd have to share. It's all mine. So, once it cools down, I may end up drinking out of it, because I am starting to get sick, and that's also why I'm wearing glasses, so you'll get a little bit of glare, but contacts weren't happening today. Anyway, today I want to talk about something that's actually, it's been going on all over the place, but it's also going on in my college campus too. There's a lot of talk about banning smoking in places where, like, currently, as long as you're 20 feet away from a building, you can smoke on my campus. But SUNY schools have announced that they are going to ban smoking everywhere on campus by 2014. So we're going to talk about smoking banning this week. Here they're following the SUNY mandate, so they're going to start phasing it out and, and make it so people just can't smoke anywhere on campus, whether they're 20 feet from a building or not. And they're doing it because they want to make the campus healthier for students, like people who, the whole secondhand smoke thing. You have some people's allergies and asthma get set off by smoking, so that's the main reason why they're doing it, and they want to help students and employees quit smoking. That's going on here. It's also recently in Switzerland, they put up to vote on a smoking ban, and it kind of got rejected. Like, in some of the they're called cantons, or cantons, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, which I'm assuming are sort of like states here, or provinces in Canada. And some of them, over 70% of the people didn't want the ban. Businesses there were happy because a lot of them have changed, like, their facilities to accommodate a smoking and a not smoking section, and they didn't want to, if smoking was banned everywhere, then they would have invested all that money for nothing. Some of the government parties weren't too happy because if people can still smoke in restaurants and hotels and other buildings, then it can cause harm, because the employees would have the secondhand smoke. So one study shows they got healthier after a ban, but that's just one study. So that's kind of what's going on. There are, I think, over 500 colleges that are in the United States that have banned smoking or are in the process of banning smoking. So I figured I'd talk about it. So my take on the whole thing is, I don't smoke. I don't really like the smell of smoke. I don't appreciate, I go out of my way to avoid smokers, but I'm not actually for the ban, because if you want to smoke, go right ahead. They've proven smoking leads to cancer and emphysema and all this stuff, but if you want to start smoking anyway, then that's your prerogative. It's your body. It's your choice to make. And if we're on a public, I'm at a SUNY school, so it's a public campus. As long as you're not smoking in any of the buildings, I really don't care, because I can deal with smelling cigarette smoke for 10 seconds as I'm walking past. It's not that big a deal. I can handle it. I mean, if you're smoking in a building, that's a different story, but people don't do that here because it's not legal. Actually, they probably still do. But the fact that people can smoke on campus really hasn't affected me that much, and I'm not overly upset by the fact that people can smoke. I mean, all of us are over 18, except for the few really young people in the freshman class. So we're all legal to smoke and chew. So it's not breaking any rules. It's a personal choice. And once you've started smoking and have become addicted, it's hard to stop. So if you want to keep going, if you have to keep going, then that's your deal. If you want to keep smoking, all right, that's up to you. If you want to try to stop, again, that's your choice. Or even people who've tried to stop, it's really hard if you're addicted to something to stop. Like, I have trouble not drinking this when it's cold because I'm addicted to hot chocolate. It's not as harmful as most of the things that people can be addicted to, but I'd be hard pressed to want to stop drinking it once it's gotten cooler. It's that same idea. Also, I don't like the idea. Will you shut up, college people? Nope, still hot. Still really hot. And I really don't care for how, a lot of people, or the reasoning behind putting the ban out is to get people to quit smoking. Like I said before, it's their choice. If they don't, you shouldn't ban it, and because that'll most likely be forcing a lot of people to stop cold turkey, because they will keep smoking right up until that ban. And it's going to be an issue, because quitting's tough. The whole withdrawal thing isn't fun. I've never gone through it, but it's not. Even with the help that the health center offers on campus, I don't think that it's a good idea to force everyone to quit smoking, because that's pretty much what they'd have to do. And then with that, I can guarantee people would still smoke anyway. If you're really addicted to smoking, you're going to do it anyway. I know people drink, underage drinking it hasn't gone away, underage smoking hasn't gone away. Doing drugs that are illegal hasn't gone away just because they've made it illegal to do them. People still do it. Laws haven't stopped people from doing anything. Sure, it might stop some people, but there'll still be people who do it anyway. Except then they'll be smoking in their rooms and setting off all the heat detectors, and we'll have even more fire drills than the 7 I've had in the past 4 weeks. That's a fun time. Also, we don't have the people. I'm pretty sure the college doesn't have the staff you need to enforce the rules. It's gonna take a lot of people looking out for this stuff to stop it, and most cops would probably just go, yeah, okay, whatever, that's not anything I'm worried about. It's kind of dumb. It's really petty. And you're gonna have to spend money hiring people. You're gonna have to spend money doing other stuff. The campaigning, putting out a whole bunch of ads about it. They'll find ways to spend a ridiculous amount of money, and that money could be spent towards other things like, education in general, equal rights, bringing peace about in the world, ending hunger, ending poverty, It's not, okay, it wouldn't actually end hunger or poverty because it wouldn't be that much money, but you could put it towards that. There's so many better things to be spending your time and money on than that. Also, the government gets a ridiculous amount of money off of cigarette taxes. Why would they want to ban them in places? Yeah, it does make the kids healthier and stuff, but the government's basically a big business in a lot of ways. If you're cutting money in revenue, you have to cut other things, too, that you would be spending that money on. So, from an economic point of view, it doesn't make sense either. So, yeah, that's what I think. And I say this as someone who doesn't smoke at all. I can't stand being around smokers for a long period of time, but in the 10 seconds that I pass them every so often on campus, it really doesn't bother me that much. So, I don't think it's worth the time and effort banning everything, because it's really not going to change too much, except keep people from smoking in the open. That's not worth the effort, in my opinion. So, yeah. if you want to let me know what you think, just leave comments or, talk to me on Facebook or Twitter, email me or something, whatever you feel like doing. Yeah. So if you like the video, subscribe, like my Facebook, follow me on Twitter, email me, stalk my life, whatever. If you don't like the video, then, well, let me know. Yeah. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, just post in the comments or whatever, or just ignore me, whatever floats your boat. So all my links are in the description. And yeah, I make these videos every Monday. So my name is Juanita Diaz, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.